Are you deciding between living in the vibrant heart of Austin or in one of its more peaceful suburbs? It's a big decision, and before you make a mistake, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of what it's like to live in the downtown area versus what it's like to live in the outside suburbs. Whether you're drawn to the culture, nightlife, and job opportunities in the city, or if you're looking for more space and a quieter life in the suburbs, this video is going to help you figure out which option is right for you. With so many people working remotely in their jobs, there's been a huge shift in housing trends. Home buyers are no longer limited by commute, so choosing between life in the suburbs or life in the city has never been more flexible. By the end of this video, I'll have all the information that you need to make the right choice for your lifestyle, your family, and your needs. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching. My name is Shannon Green. I'm a local Austin, Texas realtor, and I've lived here in Austin, Texas since 1994. While I love making these YouTube videos, I love even more working with clients to help them achieve their real estate goals. So if you or anyone you know is looking to buy or sell or just have real estate questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm available by text, phone, or email, and all of my information is below in the description. So let's dive in on where to live in Austin, in the heart of the city or in the suburbs. First off, I'm going to talk about city living, and here's some of the pros. Austin City Center is a hub for food, entertainment, and culture. You are steps away from some of the best bars, restaurants, and shopping experiences. Iconic districts like the South Congress area are famous for their trendy boutiques, fun live music venues, tons of restaurants, and so much more. For nightlife, Austin divides up into so many different areas that you can go out. You have the east side where regentrification has happened and a lot of bars and restaurants are new and are great to go see, and you can spend one evening there. Then you have 6th Street, which is considered Dirty 6th and West 6th. And then you have the Rainy Street area. So no matter where you are in downtown Austin, there are so many places to go. If you enjoy live music, you've got the Continental Club, Stubbs Barbecue for huge concerts, Antone's, and so many more. When it comes to shopping, South Congress is a great spot. 2nd Street District also has another great spot for shopping. I would say one of the biggest pros of living in downtown Austin is having all of these amenities right there. And living downtown also affords you the ability to kind of ditch the car. Most people still have a car, but you don't have to use it nearly as often. You can bike and walk to so many spots when you live downtown, or a quick Uber ride just makes it easier. Most places that you would live would be in a condo if you're in the heart of downtown Austin. So you're gonna have a parking garage. I have friends that live downtown and sometimes they use their car only once a week. They typically bike or take an Uber or walk wherever they're going. There's also the CAP Metro bus and the Metro Rail, so you can actually use transportation to get outside into the suburbs from downtown if that's what you're looking for. Now, I will say this, in Austin, our metro system isn't as great as other big cities, but they are improving and you can get to several places. Another benefit of living downtown in the heart of Austin is just the cultural experience. It is centered around art, live music, and festivals. The Austin City Limits Music Festival is going on right now as we speak, and another huge music festival is South by Southwest. And outside of music, we also have great museums. You can explore the Blanton Museum of Art. You can catch an indie film at Alamo Drafthouse. And the Paramount Theater is another cultural gem. They have everything from classic films to stand-up comedy and concerts. And finally, another great thing about living in the downtown area is the job opportunity. If you don't know already, Austin is nicknamed the Silicon Hills because of its tech industry, which has been booming. Companies like Google, Apple, Tesla, Facebook, and Dell all have major presence here. Proximity to these gives city dwellers a competitive advantage for networking purposes. A lot of networking happy hours and events happen downtown, so living there makes it even easier to attend these. While all of these are great perks, there are some downsides to living downtown. And I want to make sure you understand what those are so that you can be prepared and ready. A lot of times I have clients that have seen some of my videos and they say, I want to live in walking distance to things and I want to live in a bungalow style house. Well, the reality is you can do that, but you have to be prepared financially to do that. Living in the heart of Austin comes at a very steep price. In neighborhoods like Barton Hills, Clarksville, and Tarrytown, these are all neighborhoods close to the downtown area, you can expect to spend in the $1 million range or much more. There are few little pockets where you can get something from 6 to 800,000, but they're few and far between, and expect for them to be tiny bungalow homes. And we're talking maybe 1,300 square feet. And even some of those are going to have a very hefty price on them. These areas are extremely desirable because they're right by downtown. They are older neighborhoods that are gorgeous, beautiful with mature trees, different styles of architecture, some remodels, some tear downs with new. So you get this great mix of homes, but you're right in the middle of all the amenities that I just talked about, so the price is steep. Now, one way you could live downtown is to buy a condo or to rent a condo. Renting a condo right in the heart of downtown can run between $2,000 to $3,000. A much more affordable choice than buying $1 million or multi-million-dollar home. If you're looking beyond a one-bedroom condo, expect to spend beyond that price. It can get up to $4,000 just to rent a condo. I have a client that I'm working with right now, and he's looking for a one-bedroom, maybe two-bedroom or one-bedroom study condo, and we have been able to find some in the $500,000 range. So that gives you an idea of what you can find. But the more bedrooms that you choose, the higher the price is going to be. Keep in mind, Texas has no state income tax. So property taxes are pretty high and they make up the difference there. In the prime neighborhoods around downtown, property taxes are very high. So expect to spend a lot more money on top of your mortgage if you're living in these areas. And if you're buying a condo downtown, keep in mind you're gonna have those HOA fees, and some of the neighborhoods will too, but in condos, HOA fees will add hundreds of dollars, sometimes close to $1,000 for HOA, depending on the amenities that that condo offers. Keep in mind, living downtown, you're more than likely not gonna have much space. Everything is a little bit smaller, a little more compact. Even if you're buying some of the homes, yards are gonna be smaller and closer together. Many downtown residents exchange square footage for amenities that they get to be in the downtown area. This can be a downside for families or for pet owners if there's not enough room to roam. And finally, if you're living downtown, keep in mind you are going to be around a lot of traffic, a lot of live music, and a lot of people going out. So the noise is going to be greater than if you were living somewhere else. If you're living close to Rainey Street or 6th Street, expect to hear some noise in the evenings, especially when people are out and about. That gives you an overview of downtown living. So let's move to the other choice, which is suburban living. Suburban homes tend to be generally larger and more affordable. Areas like Southwest Austin, Buda, Kyle, Round Rock, Pflugerville, all of these areas tend to have homes that are much more affordable than living downtown. Here you will find bigger backyards, bigger lots, bigger homes, more square footage, and prices much lower than downtown. I just did a home tour of a home in a neighborhood called Sunfield, which is right outside of Buda, right south of Austin. And in that neighborhood, you can get a home starting in the 400s easily, and that neighborhood is full of amenities. So if you're looking to save money and want a family-friendly type neighborhood with tons of amenities, suburbs might be the answer for you. And a lot of suburbs around the Austin area are known for their top-rated schools, parks, and family-friendly events. What you'll see in the suburb area are a lot of community events, a lot of kids in sports, and a lot of smaller restaurant areas around that you might have to drive to but can't walk to. Many people will say they feel a sense of community in these neighborhoods because there's so many things that tie them together. And another thing about living in the suburb is there's going to be less congestion and less noise, which gives a little more privacy and a little more tranquility. Areas like Circle C and Bee Cave can provide spacious home and quiet atmosphere. Other suburbs like Leander and Cedar Park have growing commercial centers, but still maintain a small atmosphere. with plenty of community events like farmers markets and festivals. While living in these suburbs can give you a larger home, a larger lot, community feel, there are some cons that come with living in the suburbs. If you have a job in downtown area, the commute can be a problem. We do have traffic in Austin. Everybody pretty much knows that. So if you're living in the suburb, your commute time is going to be much longer, especially in rush hour times. So you have to plan accordingly. And if you look at it, you're losing part of your day just sitting in your car. Places like Pflugerville, Buda, or Dripping Springs are all about 20 minutes away from downtown, but that can turn into an hour in rush hour traffic. Another thing that suburbs might not offer that downtown would is, while you live in these suburban areas and there are plenty of restaurants and things around, they're not like downtown, more eclectic and fancier and just a different vibe completely. You're going to get more of the chain areas or small local type restaurants, but there won't be as many to choose from. And finally, I would say one of the cons to living in the suburbs would be you have to have a car. Anywhere you go, even a restaurant, most of the time you're going to need a car to get there. It might be a short drive, but you still have to use your car, which for most people is not a big deal. Everyone knows that they have to drive if they're not living downtown. So I've gone over pros and cons of downtown, pros and cons of suburbs, but I wanted to bring one thing in the middle, which I call the middle neighborhoods. I consider myself to be living in the middle neighborhoods. I live right off of Mopac and William Cannon in a neighborhood called Western Oaks. And for me, my commute time to downtown is no more than 15 minutes max in traffic. So I live in a spot that happens to be a sweet spot because I'm not downtown, so my house is a little more affordable, but I'm easy access to everything. And I happen to be right by a shopping center that I can walk to that has Whole Foods, Costco, probably 8 different restaurants if I were to count them all within walking distance if I wanted to. Other neighborhoods like Mueller, which are close to downtown. Mueller is a mixed use development type neighborhood that has anything and everything in it. My mother-in-law used to live there. Another great thing about the Mueller development is they have a huge farmers market that people from all over come to because you can find anything and everything in that farmers market. So they've got outdoor volleyball, bars, restaurants, grocery store, everything right there, and you could walk to all of it. So there are certain areas in Austin that have these pockets where it's not going to be really low prices to live there, but it is more affordable than living downtown, but you can live close and have a decent price point. You're looking around the 800s, and in some neighborhoods in those areas, you can even find in the 600s. Circle C Ranch is another neighborhood near where I live. It's close to the Veloway, which is a huge biking path that lots of people like to take, and the Lady Bird Wildflower Center, which is a great place to have family days to go check out all the wildflowers, learn a little bit about nature, and get your kids involved in something positive and fun. So who should live where? Suburban areas are for families, retirees, and anyone looking for a place to have more space and a little quieter atmosphere. There are all kinds of suburbs around the Austin area that are great spots that have strong schools, great community, wonderful houses, and in better price points than living in downtown. City living tends to be ideal for young professionals, singles, couples, and even retirees. When I was looking at the condos with my client, a lot of retirees lived in the condos, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be all young, but there is a group of retired people that want to live in that downtown atmosphere. So you truly get a little bit of everything, but this is for people that want to be near the action. Choosing between city and suburban living is all about finding what is best for you in your lifestyle and where you are at this moment. If you're drawn to walkability, culture, music, restaurants, downtown is probably a great fit for you. But if you want space, privacy, and more of a sense of community, suburban life might be better for you. Wherever you decide to call home, I'm here to help. As a local Austin expert, I can guide you through the buying process and help you find your perfect match. If you're thinking about making a move to Austin, or if you're in Austin and wanting to move somewhere else within the city, please reach out to me. I would love to have a one-on-one call with you. Let's set up some time to talk about exactly where you are in your life and what your real estate goals are, and I'm happy to help you get there. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Austin real estate insights. I will see you on the next video.